today. Drop, cover, and hold on tight. Today, people across the U.S. and around the world will take part in the Great Shakeout earthquake drill. Here in the Pacific Northwest, we are particularly vulnerable to life-threatening earthquakes. That's why this morning, more than 2 million people in Oregon and Washington will be taking part in that drill to see what to do when an earthquake hits.
So the drill is happening at exactly 10:18 this morning, and that's for October 18th. Joining us for more on the Great Shakeout is Andrew Phelps. He is the director of the Oregon Office of Emergency Management. Thank you so much, Andrew, for joining us.
Thanks for having me and helping us get the word out about the Shakeout.
We're happy to do it. Can you tell us more about how the drill works and why it's so important?
Sure. So at 10:18 on the third Thursday of this month, October 18th, that's today, we encourage Oregonians to take just a couple of seconds to practice their response to an earthquake here in Oregon. The response we recommend, regardless of where you are, especially though if you're in a structure, is to drop, cover, and hold. So you want to get underneath something sturdy, like a desk like this, and hold on, because things are going to move quite a bit during an earthquake until that shaking has stopped and you can safely evacuate a structure.
So aside from the drill, what are some other ways that we can all prepare for an earthquake?
Sure. Whether it's an earthquake or a winter storm or a flood or a wildfire, there's a lot of things that Oregonians can do to ensure that they're not victims of a disaster, but they're survivors. A lot of that involves having a preparedness kit. Things like a flashlight, a first aid kit as part of your emergency kit are going to go really, really far towards making sure that you're safe following an emergency. We also want to encourage folks to know how to shut off utilities to their home if the utilities become compromised.
Big one, yeah.
It's a huge one, and that can also speed up the recovery process after an emergency or a disaster.
So those are the first things that I think about when I want to put together an emergency kit, but are there some things that people typically forget that we really should have our eye on?
Important things like food and water are maybe more intuitive for folks as they're planning their emergency kit, but having a spare charger for your cell phone or a car charger for your phone. Power could be out, but you could still be able to charge your cellular device in your car and get critical emergency information following a disaster, and that can make all the difference in the immediate aftermath.
Well, where can people go for more information?
We recommend folks check out a couple of websites. The Oregon Emergency Management website at oregon.gov or ready.gov, which is the FEMA website, has all kinds of preparedness tips for folks.
All right, Andrew Phelps, the director of the Oregon Office of Emergency Management. All great tips. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Andrew. Well, let's